Hello and welcome to Behind Clean Lines, the podcast where we will try and deep dive into what makes food production safe and how we can innovate hygienic design. Today, I want to take a look at what optimizing for hygiene actually looks like for a machine builder, providing equipment for brand owners or food production facilities. Now, hopefully, we'll get an understanding of what it takes to take a machine from being able to go into a low risk area and into a high risk area, or maybe not the same machine, but how does that development in machine design look? And to educate us on this topic, I'm very delighted to welcome today's guest, Mr. Ulrich Thielemann, the founding father of Food Technology Thielemann, and one of the forces behind this transition that they've been going through from creating, well, I guess, regular machines for food production to now some of the state-of-the-art, high-tech, high-care machines that can go into food production. Ulrich, welcome to you.
Hello, Mikkel. Thank you for the invitation. Happy to be with you.
I think if we just start out, we talked about, just briefly before we turned on the microphones, we talked about what does it actually mean, or why has the transition been from producing low-care machines, or machines for low care areas, that is, to producing machines that can go into high care areas. Why did you choose that route at all? Why did you choose that development?
Well, first thing, let us be clear. The food production, especially meat handling and processing, is never a low risk operation, and would be irresponsible to neglect safety and hygienic standards. So food production is really always high risk, but we have these two definitions here now, low risk, which I would define, and very simplified, the production or the processing and packaging of food, which will, before consumption, still be adequately heated to a minimum of 70 degrees centigrade before consumption.
So that will be food that goes into the quick kitchen and goes into a pot or a pan
regular cooking, yes,
before eating.
High risk would be the processing, packaging of cooked products. In our case, meat, which will not be adequately heated before consumption. You may eat it cold, straight out of the package, outside the supermarket. You buy it and consume it. No killing of germs, bacteria, etc. By reheating or cooking. For our range of machinery, we can differentiate in a low risk machine. The slicing for our range, the slicing of fresh chicken fillets, and at high risk, the machines for the production of cooked meat, like pulled meat, pulled pork, pulled chicken, pulled beef, etc. But we don't differentiate in these categories. Our transition to the high-risk area was a continuous process from low-risk machines to today also high-risk machines. We have always our motto, our slogan was always never give a customer a chance to complain for your design, complain about equipment used, components used, complain about performance of the machine, complain about hygiene things.
But have your machines always looked like they do today, or
no?
Or what is
we've always had, let's call them the simpler version for low risk. An example is the use of stainless steel motors, for instance. Around 15, 16, 17 years ago, stainless steel motors became popular, and we immediately decided to change from standard motors, which were made in cast iron, painted. They had cooling ribs, they had a ventilation. Paint, which came off during washing. Cast iron, which then corroded. In cooling ribs, you had an accumulation of product residues, and the ventilator blew everything around your processing plant.
Not so
not
good.
so good. And so this was, as I said, never give a customer a decision, a reason to complain. We, as a responsible supplier of machinery for the meat industry, started to look into these things. It was for us common sense to continuously improve our equipment to a higher standard. So it was stainless steel motors. Another very simple example is gas springs, which were long time and still today painted. Also, the use of standard motors is widely used today still in plants. In our opinion, a high risk for contamination.
And I can't but think when you choose to roll out these design decisions on your whole product range today, what cost implications does that have for the client? And is it something because I'm thinking that it must be more expensive to use, for instance, a stainless steel motor. But is that something that the clients generally applaud, or is it something they push back on?
They will always applaud, but they're not willing to pay.
No.
Well, that's not correct. What you have to do really at the beginning is do a risk assessment. What do you need to change? What do you want to change? What do you need to change? What do customers ask for? What is necessary? What regulations do you have to consider? And yes, then you decide, is it feasible? Do you have the right suppliers also? Very big question. You may want to change something, but you can't find the product. How is the pricing? And at the end, you have to sum up and decide which way to go. For us, it was a decision. Although we have higher prices, we will do it. It is our way of building a machine, and customers appreciated this. And at the end, if they see what they get, they are willing to pay an adequate price.
When going into this design process or this change process, so to say, did you have any considerations whether customers would be willing to pay the extra amount, or if the demand from the customer was actually there, or was it just so obvious, or did you have already use cases out there, or buyer cases, that is?
No, you build a machine, you present a machine. That's what the exhibitions are for. You show what you do and others maybe not do. And then you start your discussion with customers. In general, they see the improvements and they are willing to pay the higher price. But it is also your decision. Do you want to sell to everybody who only compares prices but not the quantity? So customers who care for their equipment, for their products, and for their customers again, are willing to go this way and pay the price for this.
Has it been harder for you to find the customers who are willing to pay for better quality. Is it hard to find those clients, or is it harder to find those clients than find? I was just about to say your regular meat production company. I don't know if that exists, but
it is harder to find, definitely. But we started with existing customers. We had, in the past, our customers were just in the low risk area, deboning and packaging meat, maybe still marinating, seasoning, and so on. But they grew. They had the demands from supermarkets, from end users, to pre-cooked products, to ready meals and finished products. So also for them, it was a transition. And this transition we did with our existing customers. At this point, a big thanks to our customers who helped us on the way. But we did it together. And so this was, or is, an easy way of convincing customers, first of your equipment, what you did, how you did it, and they were willing to go this way and also pay for it. New customers, it is always difficult if you present your price, which may exceed some other prices, and if the potential customer does not compare design and performance of the equipment, you have bad chance.
This process of also involving your at that point your current clients or your current customers, to me that sounds like there must have been quite a lot of iterations and back and forward in the design process, where you may be prototyping something and then they come back with feedback. I don't know if this is true,
yes.
but I was just curious. Can you remember any of the things that you started presenting and then got feedback from and then ended up changing altogether?
Not really, because you design, best case, together with your customer. Your decisions are also his way of thinking and his decisions. So there's nothing you design, build, throw away, and do it from scratch again. No, you have your existing machinery, which was already on a good way, and now this new design asks for still higher standards, which you discuss with customers. You don't do it alone. Just and on your desk, you need the assistance of the user.
Yeah. So quite physically, you would be in the same room, pulling up
Correct.
ideas
Yes,
and drawing some of the lines. Yeah. What makes that process hard of developing something new? What is typically the hard nuts to crack?
Well, very often customers' ideas and regulatory bodies, they work in theory. Yeah.
Okay.
And to transition this theory to a real product is sometimes very difficult. Ideas are good, but you have to make out of this idea, you have to build components, you have to design a machine, you have to do an assembly. This has to work out. This is very often the difficulty, the demand on one side, and putting this demand into a feasible design on the machine.
Is it usually a question of the customer wanting a lot of things or a lot of functionality, whereas well, you as a machine builder would be, well, physics doesn't allow that, or cost doesn't allow that, or is it the other way around?
Demand is always very high. If possible, a machine should be able to do everything at the best price, of course, in the fastest time, and with the best hygienic standards. And to put all this under one hat is difficult sometimes. But I mean, you always find a way how to get around these things and present an acceptable result.
Now, just here before we round off, what do you have any developments ongoing right now? And if so, what are you trying to put into your machines, or what is the future of your machines as of now?
Well, we have these two categories of low risk and high risk. But as I said, our low risk machines are not built any different from the high risk machines. We use the same components, we use the same design. There is no difference today in these machines. The cooked area, high risk, is growing very strong. The use of cooked products, pre-cooked products, ready meals is steadily growing, and the demand for new machinery, which we are not even thinking of today, is always there. So first thing, there's demand from the market to our customers, potential customers, and they have to see, how can we do this? How can we do this product? And then they come to the machine suppliers. We want to do this product. How can we do it? The machine may not exist yet. So you wait for the product. In our case, at least, it is, we don't build a machine and sell a machine, and the customer then starts, what can I do with it? What product can I do on the machine? No, first there's the product, and second, then there will be the machine to do this product. So
yeah, so in reality, your development is very market driven.
Only market driven, to be honest. Yes, only market.
Yeah, and not just market driven as in the food producers what they want, but also actually what the end consumer wants.
The end consumer dictates the market. Or the big corporations.
That's really interesting.
There are quite a few big names, big players who develop a product. If needed or not, they develop a product and say, we want it.
Yeah, they tell us we need it. That's
exactly.
Very good. Ulrich Thielemann, thank you so much for joining us today and for sharing your story and some of the complications that has had. And to you, dear listeners out there, if you found this interesting and if you have any questions, of course, please reach out to us. You can do that at podcast@ngi-global.com. And that was podcast@ngi-global.com. If you have any ideas or anything, just email us straight away. And of course, if you like this episode and want to follow on next episode and newer episodes, please do hit that subscribe button and share it with your friends and colleagues if you think they would find it interesting too. Okay, and so with that, I'm just about to say thank you so much.
Mikkel, thank you. It was nice being with you.